We're going to go ahead and pull some cards specifically for twin flames, for the twin flame collective, to see what is going on for the divine feminine, what is going on for the divine masculine. Now, today is a galactic activation portal day. We also have a lot of space weather coming at us as we're moving into a geomagnetic storm. Doesn't surprise me as we're moving through 10 back-to-back galactic activation portal days. So this is a heightened space energetically, but you want to be tapping into these energies and using them and making them work for you. So today we also have Mercury shifting into Aquarius. This is really, really good news for any twin flames, as you can expect a lot of communication, or if you're in a lack of communication to open up. For those that are in union, yes, these videos are for everyone, no matter what your situation, but take what resonates for you. Someone was kind of upset on my video. They're like, this isn't for me. That's why it's also important that you're doing individual readings. I see a lot of people binging free content, but that may or may not be for your specific situation with these videos. So you got to really take what resonates. So expect communication. If you're in a union, expect heart-to-heart conversations and deep conversations to be coming up. This could be about problems, blocks, or even just future planning and things like that. We also have a lot of positive astrology coming at us within this gateway too. Tomorrow we have our Aquarius sun is going to align with the North Node and South Node. Now this is important for pushing karma or karmic energies to the surface. Some of these are subconscious patterns and blocks that you've been dealing with for a really long time that are kind of coming to the surface, especially if you're a twin flame. But also this is a way that destiny is coming calling. Fate is there and kind of at a crossroads in your life. Expect to be in the right place in the right time. This is important for twin flames, as yes, you are destined partners. While destiny made sure that you met, it's up to you about how things will go. So let's just go ahead and start with a reading for the divine feminine. Everyone is different with your unique situation, but I do a lot of work with the twin flame collective. And if you are a twin flame, you're part of a twin flame collective. So the healing work that you're doing is also helping to heal things and shift things, not just for yourself individually, but on a collective level within that twin flame collective. So I see a lot of the same patterns, things coming up. I think it's important, this energy shift, that you're asking yourself, are you playing out old patterns, narratives, or stories in your love life, in your twin flame connection, with the stories that have come up between you and your twin flame? Is there some type of healing work that you need to be doing in this area in your love life? A lot of the wounds and blocks that come up in our connections go back to inner child. So we have a lot of inner child healing coming up specifically for twin flames as well too. Your twin flame will show you old patterns. Okay, so we're going to start with the divine feminine. Okay, we're going to do messages to the masculine from the feminine. So if you are the masculine, take this as direct messages from your feminine, or what is going on with the feminine collective. I'm confused about what I should do for your feelings for me. So, okay, so I want to talk separation. Not everyone is in separation, but I notice it is a theme that comes up specifically in these type of connections, because when you're with a karmic, you just come together. When it's over, it's over. But with twin flames, you come together first and then do the separation. And this is why it can be a little weird and eerie within these energies, because you know you were with this person and suddenly they're gone. You might be left with the memories of it, or by yourself suddenly processing things. And in that space, this is exactly where you're meant to process and reflect on your own feelings that are coming to the surface. That will trigger a lot. Doesn't matter how many times you've done that separation, right? Every time it's going to kick a lot to the surface, but it's meant to heal you and to make you aware. And I do feel we can go through, maybe not purposely, but we can go through certain separation cycles, and it is a need to heal on some type of level. So this is a lot of feelings coming up for the divine feminine. This could be negative feelings that you're dealing with if you're in a separation, or just feeling those euphoric positive ones if you're in a union, and you might be feeling all across the board with it too. There's a lot of highs and lows that come out of these connections. So you're definitely feeling a lot towards your twin flame right now, no matter what the situation. Signs of that is they're popping into your mind. And this is important too, because your spirit guides are trying to get your attention. You'll probably be having a lot of dreams of your twin flame, or trying to, within these gateway energies too. So you're connecting a lot in the dream time and in the astral. You're probably thinking about them. You're probably missing them right now. So a lot of intense emotions are coming to the surface. We have to get really good at going into the core of our being and purging a lot out at different times within these ascension energies too. This is how we heal things. We purge out the fear, the lower vibrations, the past experiences, traumas, the things that are still affecting us in the now. So with this karmic south node coming up tomorrow too, things from your past are coming up this week for you to deal with. If in a separation, needing to clear some type of karmic energies that are in the way and affecting the situation coming up right now too. And real quick, make sure you guys are booking readings on my website. I always say you can do them as often as you need them, but I have a twin flame reading option. This is going to go into the connection and how to be shifting it too, because you're going to need to be shifting out of separation if you're in it, or if in union, you're going to have a lot of healing that comes up. So book me on my website. I also do a ton of energy healing sessions. I have tons I'm doing today specifically. Anything in my shop I'm still doing. So check out the energy healings that I'm doing. This is going to help you with clearing blockages and problems within your love life and things like that. And I also teach classes like Reiki and Sikhem. And of course, I do twin flame coaching, which I think that you guys need as well too. It's going to help you kind of move through this process. So it doesn't matter where you're at in it. It's going to help you a ton with anchoring into your union. I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past this on my soul. And this is your twin flame knowing deeply what's going on with you, because they're experiencing the same thing on their end. Literally the same story, the same experience. Whatever's coming up for you right now is coming up for your twin flame. You're very much in parallel lives. You'll notice a lot in common with your situation and your twin flames, or what you're healing or what you're processing, because you share literally that spiritual and soul connection. And so you're literally tapping into the same soul and healing the same soul. Sometimes we don't understand this. As you share that soul within the higher, so as you're getting spiritual and getting on your spiritual path and connecting with your soul and doing deeper healing of the soul, this is something that your twin flame is doing too. I worry that you've moved on and this is all in my head. Is it, or do you still think about me? This is a part of it too, that this can happen with twin flames. I said you can be left with little pieces of memories and that's about it. You're like, what just happened, right? What just happened? And so this is important too. Some of you guys might be worried that your twin flame has moved on. Hell, they may have, right? Like, we do see that, by the way, that yes, we can continue to have other challenges and obstacles, especially as you're definitely going to be tested in these connections. So this might be something that is coming up for you as well too, especially if your twin flame is, I use the word not communicating with you, because this is avoiding, and usually they're spending time with everyone but you and doing other things, and they're just avoiding you at that point too. So a lot of times you could be ghosted, blocked, no communication, and this can trigger a lot as well too. And then I do believe that it's designed to, so that you can take a deeper look at yourself and maybe your own relationship and love life issues and problems as well too. If this is a pattern for you, oftentimes twin flames can do it even worse than other connections. Like, you thought you've been through it all going through the karmic connections, and your twin flame can do a lot too. It's not meant to go that way, but certain narratives can play out, as some people may not be as healed as they should for these unions, so they still may be acting out lower patterns on you too. If you're going through this, don't take it personal. It's probably the other person on their end. Maybe they're not at that place as well too. And I think this is important too. So no matter what your situation, make sure you're working on your own healing journey right now, working on your energy. This is going to help a ton with raising up your frequency where you need to be. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. And this is a lot too. And so sometimes it could be things that were said. So this is things that the divine masculine said to the feminine as well too, that have hurt the feminine's feelings. It could have been things said purging out of anger or out of wounding. And we have a big one too. And so this is like, a lot of times people may have consciously or unconsciously pushed you away in some type of way, said things, hurt your feelings. Divine feminine has been left in this kind of energy by whatever has played out and whatever's kind of happened. make sure that you're really healing any of the wounds that it has brought to the surface. That is the point of life, especially with these twin flame journeys. You're meant to heal these deeper wounds so they don't keep coming up as these aspects affecting your relationships and your love life. Is going to help make you healthier and happier no matter what's going to come out of this connection as well too. But good news for these connections, as a lot is going to begin to shift as we're moving out of the winter. So we're still in this. Someone asked me this morning about the Death Tarot card, and I've already given them like a million interpretations of it. And I said, this is like shedding and clearing energy, right? And then we go into the rebirth for the March or the spring equinox as well too. So we're still clearing a lot of energies and layers as well too, moving through ego. You were my home and now I feel like I'm left out in the cold. And it might feel like that literally. Some of you guys probably lived with your twin flame and you might feel a little empty if they're not with you anymore, or like you were together a lot and they're not anymore. This is working on root chakra issues though, working on your family line healing and patterns and things like that so that they can stop coming up in your relationship. Sometimes you might find that you're easily playing out the stories of your parents or your grandparents, or you have those same fears. And it's important that we're healing these things. So root chakra healing is coming up for the Divine Feminine. This is going to help to also heal your twin flame connection when you're clearing your ancestral line through yourself. Clearing these stories right now is huge. Clearing these negative narratives. Only in losing you did I realize what I had as well too. And this is important because oftentimes you're feeling that connection even more in the loss, and this is just for people in separation, but oftentimes you're feeling like you're missing something, right? And it could be your love life, right? It could be your partner, your counterpart, and things like that. But it's important too that we have to realize that we do go through these separations even when we come to Earth. I can not move on from you ever, even if I tried. A lot of people get like this. Like someone got really upset with me about my video yesterday where I said some of you guys, and this happens across the collective. I see so many different stories at any given time with the people that I work with. But yes, some people are ready to move on and date and might even be guided to at a certain point, if not getting anywhere with your twin flame. So you don't want to do the waiting game and not be living your life either. I'm not saying like if you're involved with them to date, but if there's been a big space and they are ignoring you, no communication, something that some people may have coming up during this time as well too. Healing and releasing the old and opening up to new love, especially if you guys have tried everything to open that door and it wasn't opening, right? And things like that, you know. So just kind of go with the flow. It depends on your situation. Yes, I'm your twin flame. We've done this dance in many lives together as well too. So you do come across many different lifetimes. You're destined to meet each other and to find each other, and you have in so many different lives. This is why you fit best with this person. And oftentimes when you have been with other partners in the past, you'll notice something didn't resonate, but when you're with your twin flame, you fit perfectly. You complement each other in a lot of very deep ways, especially energetically and spiritually, because energetically you very much merge into one, and even on a spiritual and a soul level as well too. So there's such a resonance and a deep connection, but this is why it's important that you're keeping your frequency high to keep the frequency of the connection high. I'm sending you signs and messages, and twin flames do this anyways. I saw my flames on my phone, if someone called and they said it was like some scam, you've won a prize, and they said their name, right? This is so-and-so, and it was my twin flame's name. And then I saw it again, like on something else, right? like you might see messages and signs that remind you of your twin flame, or they may even be a little bit more direct where you're seeing their name everywhere. Like I remember a time when I was at the mall and I heard their name across the speaker as soon as I walked in and things like that. But they could be little reminders of your twin flame too. You might be kind of doing your own thing, and then, you know, it could be past them popping into your mind, because we went over that. Seeing actual signs, symbols, and messages, because this is how the universe communicates with us too. And we know that tomorrow's energy shift is all about aligning us on the right path. And for many, that will be coming back together with your twin flame. The separation happens so that it feels so good when you come back together, and those reunion and union energies too. It's like to make that story as well too. But know that tomorrow's energy is really, really powerful for moving you guys closer together, no matter what your situation, if you guys are twin flames. You need to raise your frequency to come back together, work on your energy. And this is what it's all about within the awakening and within the ascension as well too. So when we talk about ascension, we want to ascend closer to source, closer to God, and ascend within the spiritual, but also energetically to raise our frequency. So when we drop in frequency, we descend, like when we come to earth, and then we are meant to raise up our frequency, ascend into the spiritual, and raise up within the spiritual realms as well too. Being guided to work on your energy. A lot of times that's what it is. Clearing things that are weighing you down. Okay, so we have social media. And this is for the feminine reading. Your masculine is checking your social media out, even if they don't want you to know. They're always looking at you, right? They're always looking at your pages and things like that. So we do have this spying, and we do have this, you know, online kind of looking at things as well too. And then it's kind of like this too. So we have a lot happening on social media. Then we have the flip side of this too, where some of you guys masculine might be a little bit busy, not with you, with other feminines on social media. A lot of people have told me that going through the twin flame experience, where they're ignoring you on social media, but they are, you know, talking to other feminines. We'll say karmic feminines, and because everyone is but you. So we do have this dual side of it too, but they're definitely checking out your profile and trying to see what you're doing too. Okay, so we have the travel card. There might be some type of distance or boundaries with this situation. You guys might be feeling far apart if you're in separation, or not a lot of communication, or you're in union and you're feeling a little bit of a disconnect within these higher energies that we're moving through. Like, we're in such a strange void space within the ascension. This is where the planet's moving through in space, and you guys probably have felt that over the past few weeks, that the energies have got a little strange since we moved through the winter solstice. And that's okay. They're going to come back online a lot more too, but this might be affecting you. But some of you guys might be in different places. You might have a twin flame that's far away. They might live in another city, state, country, or they could just be being distant in the connection, like we've been talking about too. So we have some type of distance too that's causing separation as well too. Okay, so we have this heartbreak. Your twin flame has hurt you in some type of way, Divine Feminine. So this is hurt, betrayal, grief, and disappointment. And I found, because I've been writing a lot of books on this very topic, and I was writing about it, and some of you guys might feel that some of the pain that is coming up, some of it is separation pain, and this could happen in union or in separation. It is grief. It is very much like coming to the surface and how it can present itself. So when you guys are breaking certain or purging out certain attachments, a lot can come to the surface. And then you might even be going through similar symptoms of it, of what it can feel like and what it can do. But there's this energy of heartbreak. But this is a twin flame reading towards your twin flame. Maybe they've hurt you in some type of way, or you feel let down, or that they betrayed you or didn't show up for you in some type of way. Connecting with your intuition. That's the point of all of this, that you're purging a lot of energies out and you're clearing a lot of energies out, and your twin flame is supposed to help you through the process as well too. These are planned out stories. The reason why they cut so deep is because they probably remind you of past narratives and even past life narratives as you're wrapping up karma, because even your twin flame is going to help you to clear and close out karma in some type of way. So all those energies that your twin flame has helped you to access and bring to the surface, and that can look like lower patterns, programs, behaviors that you probably didn't want to have to deal with or face. As they're cleansing and clearing energetically, it's supposed to make you be able to access your intuition better and to open you up more. This is like opening up your third eye energy, following your intuition. You have such a psychic knowing about things and how things are going. And then even though you're probably together with your twin flame, hopefully, right? You're having separate experiences at the same time. So it's important that you're following your intuition, because you could have something completely different going on that maybe your twin flame isn't noticing or is oblivious to, and vice versa. So it's important that you are fine-tuning your intuition and listening to it. So important. So this is trusting your gut feelings, psychic premonitions, and sixth sense, opening up more to your path ahead and your future. And I get annoyed. I get annoyed with a lot of I should say it, the bad fake readings going around all over Facebook, right? And things like that. I know I'm always having to block these love spell people and things like that because, you know, you have to use your discernment right now. The ones that are sliding in your DMs and, you know, they're like, and people aren't noticing, and this can cause more problems for you. So also just pay attention and use discernment when you're doing readings. So readings are like planting seeds, and hopefully they will happen and things like that, but you know, you could have certain timelines laid out and you didn't do what you were supposed to and you missed those timelines. So the future is not permanent. In fact, we're in this blank space, a void-like space, I said, where we're being guided to create what's going to happen the next few months ahead. Now, you can really make this work for your twin flame situation because we're in such a blank space. It's up to you. So no longer handing away your power and allowing other people to tell you things that may or may not happen, because it's up to you to create these timelines. Very, very important. So it's important also that you're aligning with higher twin flame union timelines right now, and that you're kind of learning how to manifest. So empowering yourself, divine feminine, and making what you want happen. Okay, so we have a couple of cards that are coming in. We have two cards coming through. We have your higher self and your twin flame's higher self coming in. So we'll start with the masculine coming in. And this is like King of Cups, but in reverse. So maybe your masculine came in at first like King of Cups, and this is like upright. They came in very smooth and told you everything that you wanted and got you hooked. And this could even be a water sign, but not for everyone. But it could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or just an emotional energy that you're dealing with. And they probably started out coming on real heavy and strong. And then at some point they probably went avoided or went cold and things like that, because this is a card in reverse. So this is a person who is being emotionally immature, and like this is someone who, not for everyone, but some of you, they may have even cheated on you, third-partied you, caused a lot of anxiety, or they could be dealing with anxiety and depression that maybe has transferred over to you. So they might be someone in a very depressed energy now, where they came in and made all these plans with you and maybe pulled back and disappeared and things like that, because this is a reverse card. So when we have the Cup card and when we have the King of Cups, they're presenting you with love. And this is the opposite of that. Like maybe if they gave you a lot of love, they pulled it back and they just disappeared or something like that. Or maybe they're not able to fully right now. But then we also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And this is representing you and your behavior, where maybe you were too controlling, jealous, or even manipulative of the situation. Sometimes people are not trying to be. Like if you were pushing too hard and we're trying to get the outcomes that you wanted, or you know, union too fast or something like that may have come up as well too. So we do have both of these energies kind of in reverse right now. This is like not in alignment, you and your twin flame, in some type of way. Maybe you're out of sync, or you're not in alignment with each other. So this is putting you kind of out of alignment in some type of way. If you're in separation, or if you're in a union, not being completely aligned. Okay, so we have Six of Pentacles. This is affecting your money situation as well too. And so this is like, this is not fully opening up everything. Just be mindful right now with your finances, because this could be affecting your finances and your money and things like that. You might even feel like used in the situation in some type of way, or it's affecting your cash flow. So when you're feeling really good in your union, you'll probably flow a lot better. And for those of you guys that are in separation, it might be causing problems. So relationship problems can cause money problems and energy problems and other type of problems, as we know, and things like that. So important that you're healing your sacral and finding your flow financially. We have a lot of positive energies this week for your love life and healing your finances too. So if you feel stressed, challenged, worries about money, this is the week to also be healing that, and also healing any relationship problems. So right now you also have this relationship card, which is Eight of Cups, and it's fear of moving on and being stuck. But there's like not enough emotional maturity in this connection, and there's a stagnation, accepting less than there is. Yes, I did suggest that you shouldn't be accepting crumbs in your love life, a little crumb here and there from your twin flame, right? Oh my God, while they're perfectly happy living their life for some people and things like that, it's like the whole deal or nothing. And some of you guys need to see that you are the queen of the deck, right? You're literally turning into the queen as you make this journey, that you've gone through this entire lifelong journey, and you need that divine king or that divine counterpart to be able to match you spiritually, physically, and energetically, and on every other type of level. So this is also a cup message. It's about your love life, and it's not flowing, it's backwards, it's stagnant. Something isn't moving with this connection. It may be at a standstill. Maybe you just accepted a crumb here or there, or not really accepted all of the energy that you should be getting. So sometimes it's like you've been putting a lot of energy into this person, and they're probably not putting a lot back into you. But then we have a positive last card for you, which is the Star. And this is destiny is going to step in. Having hope for the future, your dreams and desires, healing, something faded, feeling positive and motivated, in tune with the universe. So despite your situation, you're probably feeling a wave of optimism, like it's possible, this could happen, maybe not. For those that it's not happening now, maybe in a minute. And we have this kind of energy that you're being guided to focus on your healing. And then a lot of you guys that are together are going to really be feeling those destined energies, moving you even closer together, where, you know, you guys are really getting to know each other, opening up within the connection like never before with other people. And this is a very powerful connection. Twin flame is one of the most powerful connections that you can have in your life as well, too. It's also one of the most important connections that you can be having. Let's see. So we're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine and see where he is at. So let's just start. And Divine Feminine, just take this as direct messages from your masculine. What is going on with the masculine collective, messages from the Divine Masculine to the feminine. Letting you down was the worst decision I ever made. And then they could be seeing this after the fact. It's just ego has gotten in the way. They know that they've let you down and then hurt you in some type of way. So they're also feeling that, or feeling the choices of their actions very strongly right now. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. So they're not as healed as you may think by things that may have played out for those in separation. And this is a lot of that energy that has come up. And even in union, you might have sensed that. So this is just a reading for everyone, but especially in separation, there may have been a lot of negative energy that come up. I want to hold you again. I need to feel your body next to mine. They think about you all of the time. Yes, in a sexual way, right? This is masculine as thinking about you often on their mind. They're thinking about, for those that are apart, what it would be like to be with you fully. And for those that are in union, they're thinking about you a ton, probably noticing that within these energies. They could be getting intense. For some of you, they could have committed to someone else because this is too challenging to them, but this could be other obligations and things like that. So some just are stuck in their mindset and programs, or for some, yes, some people might be dealing with their twin flame dating someone else. Oftentimes they could be, yes, married to other people, dating other people and things like that. So this is other commitments. They could be they have obligations that they think are more important than you, or whatever it is. It could be job, kids, right? Family problems and things like that. Now, what's meant to happen with twin flames is you guys are supposed to spend a ton of time together. And then you actually, when you're spending time together, you create union timelines that are going to override these individual stories and these other stories of each have your family stories, right? So when you come together and you spend a lot of time together, you're meant to come into these union timelines, but you have to kind of jump into them and get them and stay in them. And a lot of people, they want to stay by themselves and single, for some, right? Not everyone, but some people like that better, right? They want to stay by themselves in their own life. So they're not fully committing to the union in some type of way. They might act like it. Sometimes this is fear or just whatever, being immature as well too. So we have that kind of energy coming up, just other obligations coming up. I have to be in contact with you. I miss you so much. If there's no contact, expect messages that they're thinking about how to approach you because it drives them crazy to be without you. Expect messages. That's Mercury, right? We're doing Mercury today. Expect messages. Some of these may come in the 5D, the dream time, and things like that. You know, even if there's no communication happening, you're probably getting a lot of downloads and psychic messages, but expect actual communication. I manifested you once and I manifested you again. So despite your situation, they are trying to manifest you and manifest a union with you despite how things look. They've been thinking about you a ton, and that's setting things into motion. You have made me believe in love again. And this is important too, because they probably, in the beginning when you met, maybe they weren't ready or they weren't expecting it, but they have definitely fallen in love with you. And whether they've told you that or shown you that or not, they for sure have. And this is where the fear comes up. And then if you feel like they pulled back, pushed you away, got avoided, this is where it comes from. It's just fear. I didn't feel good enough for you and knew I had more work to do. This is masculine needing to double down on that work as well too. They probably are being shown areas where they need to heal and work on their life more. That happens for both twin flames as well too, that it's going to kick you guys into gear or ignite that fire of things you need to heal. Trust me, we were fated to meet, and I'm your destiny. And this is why this destined alignment tomorrow is very, very important, as we keep talking about shifts of fate and destiny. So you are destined partners. I don't know who needs to hear this, right? But your twin flame is aware of that. The masculine is aware of that. You triggered deep insecurities I didn't even know I had. Be patient with me while I heal these things. You've triggered them, divine feminine. You've triggered your masculine. They're dealing with different wounds. Some of them are actually not from you. They're from unresolved traumas, childhood traumas, and even past relationships. All right, we're just going to get into this. This is their ego. All right, so we have the ego has come up. This could be ways that they're not being truthful with you or themselves, and maybe things that have come up as well too. So this is like, you know, they present themselves as very healed, but within they weren't. You've come to see. This person in the past or present may be drinking. Drinking comes with spiritual attachments and attachments. So they might be one that, and there's different ways people handle it, might be trying to stay away from alcohol, or they're using alcohol as a scapegoat to, like, you know, avoid some of the feelings that are coming up too. So this is like the alcohol has been or is an issue for this person. We have the player card of the karmic stuff, and I'm not going to go too into this, but this could be how they're treating you. It could be wanting to act single. It could be talking to other women and keeping their options open and like acting like they're with them, they're not committing and stuff like this. This is their own manipulative patterns and things like that, and karmic stuff coming to the surface. No, they're being tested anyways. I see this a ton with the masculines that are, right, oh my God, what did someone say? They're like, I don't want to put it on video, but they tell me a story and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I had some people come online and they wanted to have sex with me so bad. And I was like, didn't you think that you were being tested? Like suddenly this person pops up and they're hitting on you and want you so bad. Apparently not. But remember, we get tested, and whatever you're doing has to balance out on the other side as well too. So this could be old behavior, but it's something going on now where if they are not fully open to union for those in separation, some of you guys may be going through this where they could actually be talking to karmics, or they could be with a karmic dating. Not everyone, but you'll know if that is for you. Some of them may be going back to old karmics or didn't clear those energies. So some people come with karmics attached to them, right? Like, oh my God, they're going into their next relationship and they have their ex right there, like literally. Oh my God, right? It's like they didn't clear the past relationship. They're still there, their best friend on Facebook. They go into the next relationship and they bring the exes with them. So it's a lot of that karmic energy that hasn't been cleared in some type of way. And yes, it could be running towards these karmics on the back burner, wanting to keep women around, and if you say something they push you away, things like that. But not for everyone, but if the shoe fits. All right, we're going into quite the space storm as well too, and this is important. The energies are going high. This is bringing up upheaval, obstacles, and drama to the surface for the masculine to deal with. So this is bringing your own blocks to the surface. Expect that your feminine is going to be reaching out to you via, it could be on social media, text message, calling your phone. This is like phone calls and direct messages. We're talking about good communication coming through. If you're wondering, masculine, yes, this is a good thing. All right, 7 of Cups. This is having options and choices, multiple possibilities. Okay, there's a very dreamy energy happening right here, but this is the illusions coming up too. We just talked about those, right? There's a very dreamy energy coming to the surface. Make that work for you with the next couple of days of alignments. So you guys might be kind of feeling that as well too. And then we have this not clear and at a crossroads, not seeing things clearly energy with the Two of Swords. And this is like being torn between a crossroads. We talked about being a crossroads within your fate. This could be multiple timelines where, you know, I always say you got to jump these timelines when you have a chance. And if you missed your chance, you won't get another one. This is why it's important that you're taking advantage of projects and different things that come at you in reality. But this is ways that you've been blocking your emotions and not making a decision on this. We have the Devil card right here. This is karmic attachment. We've talked a ton about that anyways. Clearing attachments. This is being tied to something very negative. It could be karmic situations, addictions, old habits, codependency, material. This is huge too, because you might think you're doing really good in the material. Going after material gains may block you on your spiritual path. So for those of you guys that are choosing money, or, you know, things that are swaying you, it's probably throwing you off your spiritual path and things like that. So this is taking back your power by clearing out and closing out lower timelines and negative habits as well too. These things may be affecting your twin flame union. And I'll go back to this card. Well, we have the two lovers tied up and chained, and not in a good way too. So if one has attachments, the other will be feeling it, needing to clear some attachments. Nine of Pentacles, this is your finances flowing and prosperity, hard work. And this is like things going good and opening up and healing your finances through using your manifesting abilities to make things happen. You're meant to tap into your magic, stay positive, and kind of be flowing and manifesting in these higher energies. So this is like Magician, tapping into your psychic gifts and abilities. Five of Wands, you might be fighting this. This is conflict. And this is like, maybe there was some type of conflict with your twin flame, but this is feeling irritated and struggling within the situation as well too. So you might feel that too, where you're having some type of inner conflict, back and forth about it, struggling, things kind of coming up within yourself too. Just kind of pay attention to what is rising up or going on within you right now. All right, I'm going to go on that note anyways. If you guys need me, I am around for healing sessions and activations, readings. Just go ahead and book me on my website. Have a beautiful day.